SAS interview question and answer. Question number 49. How can you check the types of macro variable in your SAS program? This question is asking about what type of macro variable present in your SAS program. To check local macro variable, we write %put underscore local underscore semicolon inside the macro code where local macro variable is defined. And to check the global macro variable, we write %put underscore global underscore semicolon anywhere in the code. Anywhere in the code, that means we can write inside the macro as well as outside the macro throughout the program. Alternatively, we can write %put underscore all underscore semicolon inside the macro that displays local macro variable defined in that macro and displays all automatic and global macro variables. Sample code is given here. %let A, its value is Toyota, where A is global macro variable because A is defined outside the macro. %macro, macro name is test. Inside the macro, we have defined two local macro variable, DSN and var. Again, %let B, B equals to sedan, where B is local macro variable. It is defined inside the test macro code. We are going to create a frequency table, proc_freq data, %dsn, that means we are calling here dsn value, then table %var, where type equals to %b. That means we are going to filter using the type equals to %b, that means the %b value is sedan. Run %put underscore local underscore, that means it displays the local macro variables. %mint, it is going to end the macro. %test, we are going to recall macro. And inside the parenthesis, we are going to provide value of dsn and value of var, where value of dsn is saself.cars and value of var is origin. Then finally %put underscore global underscore. When we run the set of the code, then we will get result as shown on the right side. This is the frequency table we observe from the result window. And we are going to check the types of variable. That's why we are going to observe log window. From the log window, we observe following information. Test B sedan, test dsn saself.cars, test var origin. That means test is macro name, B, dsn and var, these three are macro variable. These three variables are inside this test macro. That's why these three variables are local macro variables. And value of B is sedan, value of dsn is saself.cars, value of var is origin. Then similarly, global A Toyota, that means macro variable A is global because we have defined outside the macro. If we run same set of the code with a SAS window, then we will get exactly same result. This is exactly same code. %let A Toyota, %macro test, two variable dsn and var, these two are local macro variables. %let B, B is also macro variable but it is local. proc_freq data, %dsn, table %var, where type equals to %b, that means we are going to filter. Run, and %put underscore local underscore, it displays a local macro variable. %end, end, that means that we are ending macro. %test calling macro and providing the value of dsn and var. %put underscore global underscore, it displays the global macro variable. When we run this code, then we will get result as shown on this window. This is the exactly same result we observe, and we are going to check the log window. From log, b, dsn and var, these three variables are local macro variable because these three variables are inside this test macro. That's why these three variables are local macro variables, where A is global. It is given here global A, that means A is global macro variable because A is defined outside the macro. The next one is alternatively I am going to comment %put local and uncommenting this second part, that means %put all, and again I am going to comment %put global. That means just I am going to write %put underscore all underscore inside this macro. Then what will happen? Let me check them. Then we will get exactly same result, and from the log window we observe here variable b, variable dsn and var. These three variables are inside this test macro. That's why these three variables are called local macro variables, where value of b is sedan, value of dsn is SAS cars, and var is origin. And another variable is global, that is the a is global because a is defined outside the macro. And furthermore, it displays all global macro variable as well as all automatic macro variables. That means that those macro processor are defined variables are called automatic macro variables. Those are also defined or displays here. In this way, we can check local or global macro variable present in our SAS code. That's all about question number 49. Thank you.